A player down for 60 minutes, England battled hard and had a chance to win it at the end, but were turned over and lost. World Rugby Vice Chairman Bernard Laporte was charged with corruption, leading to questions over whether he can remain in his role with the governing body. The Frenchman self-suspended himself. We move to golf, where Rory McIlroy became the first golfer to win the FedEx Cup 3 times and became just the third man after Tiger Woods and Vijay Singh to average below 69 per round for an entire season. Dustin Johnson's Four Aces golf team won the inaugural Live Golf Team finale in Miami. Johnson's winnings topped $28 million for the season. In Formula One, Max Verstappen won his second Formula One title after confusion at the Japanese Grand Prix. The race saw the Dutchman achieve back-to-back titles amid anger from drivers over wet weather safety concerns. In boxing, billed as the Rage of the Red Sea, Alexander Usyk beat Brit Anthony Joshua for a second time, this bout through a unanimous decision. In cricket, England lost in the final of Women's Cricket World Cup to a dominant Australia in Christchurch. Australia set a target of 356, but England could muster just 285 in response. The annual Ashes series concluded with 4-0 defeat for England. The result would extend England's winless run in Australia to 15 matches. In basketball, the Golden State Warriors won the 2022 NBA Championship following victory over the Boston Celtics in Game 6 of the NBA Finals at TD Garden Arena in Boston. The Warriors joined the Celtics and Los Angeles Lakers as the only NBA franchises to win 7 or more titles. That concludes our review for what has been a great year of sports. With the Men's World Cup over, club football resumes in Europe, and tennis' first Grand Slam of the year, the Australian Open, begins on January 16.
That's interesting moment. So many headlines for the year 2022 international sport. We still have Professor Sadiq Abdullahi with us as he's going to tell us what it was like to be a tennis player. He represented Nigeria as a tennis player, and now that we expected tennis to do more, but fortunately the sport has not developed to what we expected it to be. So tell us as we round up for the show.
Thank you very much for bringing it home, talking about tennis, right? First of all, I have to be grateful or give credit to my mentor and teacher, the late, great Arthur Ashe. I worked with Arthur Ashe his last few days before he died in 1993 at the Doral Resort and Country Club in Miami as the head tennis coach. When he died, that is when I decided that, look, it's time for me to pursue education in 1994. Then I left coaching of tennis. As everybody knows, it's in the public domain. My involvement in tennis went way back 30 years, right? When I represented Nigeria at before that, I went to the All African Games. I was a silver medalist in Kenya, 1978, then 1978, then 88, then Olympics, and then and of course play Davis Cup for Nigeria. So we are disappointed. I'm in conversation with Nduka Odizo, Tony Moore, David Imonite, the 4 Musketeers, right now, and we are rethinking how to revive tennis. Individually, we've been doing our part. Actually, today, Nduka Odizo is calling for a meeting. He wants to maybe change his approach of how tennis is going to be done. But for me personally, I've already put in place, and I don't want to talk about it here because it's not that fair to start focusing on the structure. I've put a structure or 2 structures in place for tennis development, right? Globally, it requires us to have a separate interview on that, because it is a whole. I hope you can invite me to come back and then talk about those structures that I've already put in place in Nigeria. That would take care of tennis development. For me, it is not going to be about us, right? It's going to be about the youth, those coming up, the coaches, those people that have benefited from tennis. So I am I'm empowering them, so that they are going to drive tennis development. I and the rest will be providing the resources. I'm going to be doing that. Next year when I come to Nigeria, I'm going to launch those initiatives. That will bring everybody together. To focus and then tennis can become a model. The way it's been done before has been very selfish. I'm not going to go into that. A lot of people are looking at themselves, but not the game. So we are going to shift from focusing on individual benefits to trying to grow the game. I can do that now because, I'm not trying to, I'm at the end of my, teaching career. So I can go fully into tennis development. And then finally though, Africa is doing well in tennis, right? Look at Tunisia, look at her story. If you look at her story, if Tunisia can produce a world player in female, you can imagine, And then of course, there's another thing. Let me just say that here. There's also a discussion about the northern Nigerian sports.
Okay.
Right? That is going to come up, in the conversation. Those are some of the projects, that I'm working on. But I don't want to go that far now.
Okay.
But because election is coming up now, right? Let's focus on this now.
Okay. I hope, for a better 2023. Well said. Wealth of experience. That is why we always have you to really tell us. There's no better person. There are others I know that in the position of telling us Nigerian sport in the past, Nigerian sport in the present, and in the future, and that's why we have you. I want to say a big thank you for being part of our show today.
Thank you for having me. I'm looking forward to future episodes.
Thank you very much. And that's all we'll take today, the last sport program for the year 2022. We've given you so much nostalgic moment by looking at the report of the 6 disappointing moments of the year in 2022. Also looked at Nigerian sports in the year 2022 and also international sport in the year 2022. On behalf of the entire crew of Sporting Decks and the production team, we want to say a big thank you for keeping up a date with us from January to September. I still remain your sincerely sports anchor, Mudashiru Shitu. Thanks for watching. Same time next year, we'll give you all what you need to know in the world of sport. Bye for now.